All right, so today we're talking about deception. So when we talk about deception, a lot of people think of like lots of racket movement, changing directions like that. But essentially what deception is being able to stop our opponent, break the rhythm of movement, and then change where we're hitting or make it look like we're changing. So deception comes in a few different points. It could just be the fact that maybe our net shot and our punch look the same, right? So our opponent doesn't know what's coming. So that could be one form of deception, right? So it's just the fact that the shuttle's getting very, very close to the string before we're contacting. So that's one form of deception. It's just the ability to have our strokes look the same. So our net shot and our punch looking the same. But deception can also be holds. So holding the shuttle, holding and flicking, things like this, where there's not really extra movement. We're just changing the tempo of our opponent's movement. So when we play that kind of deception, where we're holding the shuttle, a couple things are really key. We need the shuttle to be as close as possible to the string before we contact. So we're trying to keep it as close as we can while we wait. And we want to wait till we see our opponent plant or start moving. So if we wait till our opponent sort of plants, we can suck them lower, 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 and then hit. Or we can wait till they start moving in some direction, right? So for example, if I'm holding the shuttle, I could wait till my opponent takes that step forward, and then I can punch over their head, or I can wait for them to turn their feet, and then I can play the soft shot, right? So it's all about waiting for our opponent to show something before we contact the shuttle. So we're trying to disrupt our opponent's tempo so that they can't sort of just move to the next shuttle with good rhythm. We want to break that rhythm as much as we can. So that comes from making sure we're very, very close to the shuttle before we contact it, and making sure that we're using our fingers, our wrist, and our contact really well. So our contact needs to be clean. We're going to be very relaxed and loose in the grip so that we can just contact, hit the shuttle where we want, but we can also change everything. So we also have sort of double stroke contact, where maybe we have multiple racket movements, but the idea is the same. We get close to the shuttle, we kind of fake, and then come again. That's a miss hit. Twice. It's hard to toss to yourself where the shuttle's aiming the wrong direction. But we really just want to get close to the shuttle. We want to be relaxed in the hand so that we can move the shuttle in different ways. So when we think about deception, in my opinion, the two most important things to think about are how relaxed we are in the grip, so how fluid we are, how easily we can sort of change the racket head speed. So if we're coming soft, we can go fast, we can come do all this sort of extra holds and different things that comes from being relaxed and loose in the grip. So that's one very important thing. The second is making sure the shuttle is as close to our string as possible before we contact it, so that there is as small of a stroke for our opponent to read as possible. So if we start swinging when the shuttle's far away, it's very easy for our opponent to read. But if we let that shuttle get really close to the string, it's really hard to tell what's going to happen next. So making sure the shuttle is really, really close to the string. And then the third thing, which I said two, but the third thing is watching our opponent's position. So watching their tempo, allowing them to sort of, if they're split stepping, allow them to sink lower, 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 waiting for the shuttle, or waiting for them to actually move in one direction. So the two most important things on your side of the court is being relaxed, having good control of the racket head, and then making sure the shuttle is really close to your string before you contact. And then the third thing is your opponent's side, so just watching your opponent's rhythm, watching your opponent's movement, all those sorts of things. And then we can start doing all kinds of fun stuff with the racket. But it's got to be relaxed if we want to do fun, different deceptions. Like if you think like, oh, I want to do a hold here, or I want to hold and cross, or hold and flick. That all comes from being relaxed, using these three fingers to squeeze, allowing us to change the shuttle's trajectory really, really quickly, right? If we want to be able to do all these different things. So yeah, stay relaxed, get close to the shuttle. And when I say close, I mean like your string's close. Don't get close in here. You can be out here, but just let the shuttle get close to your strings, and then watch your opponent's rhythm and tempo and try to break it. Yeah, good luck. Cheers.